All good. So the slides will probably come up in a minute, but I'm Mike Daniele. I don't have maybe the same history or level of enthusiasm, so we're going to chill it down a little and just kind of relax. It's late in the day. I'm wearing a shirt with pineapples on it. Let's not get crazy. But I'm relatively new to the area. I've been here for less than a year now. And what I really came down here to do was explore wearables, explore biomedical engineering, finding out what I could put on a body to do sensing, what I could put in someone's body to do sensing, in all sorts of ways. Some that may get us in trouble, but anyway, some will try. And really what's driven all of this work is kind of this question, who am I? So I said I'm Mike Daniele, but it's kind of this broader context and the way I think about things in an almost philosophical bent of who am I, how do I quantify who I am, how do I measure who I am? And if I kind of look at who I've been or who I am now, these are all the same person. One of them in love with McDonald's and eating something, one of them in the Navy. Oddly enough, all of them tucked their pants into their socks. That's just kind of who I am. But if we were to put wearables on each of these people, assuming they're the same person, they're going to tell us different things. Are they going to quantify that person the same? Would we ever know that this is the same person if I looked at some huge data set or some quantifiable data set? How do we get there? How do we define who someone is through biometrics, maybe through wearables? And that's kind of the idea that's driven my research and how I think about science and being part of the academy and the work that we're doing. And really what the role of technology is, or the way I view the role of technology, is answering this question and quantifying who I am. So can we quantify ourselves in some way? Can we document lives, whole lives, start to beginning? At this point, we may have to start a little bit later, but quantify whatever I've got left. Can we potentially augment that life? And I think we heard some about that. Can we make decisions, future decisions, based on the data we could create? And something that's a little more science fiction-y for the laid back, used all your drink tickets. Can we sort of create realities or augment something? And kind of the examples I give of what's probable is health monitoring. So we see kind of these cool research of these wearable tattoos that'll monitor your heart rate, your blood pressure, tattoos that monitor body temperature, right? Stick them on babies in neonatal units, and we can kind of do some analysis, some healthcare. Some stuff our group works on, so monitoring or building circuit boards. So kind of turning your skin into co-oping it almost and making it a secondary circuit board to what I call life-altering, which may be possible, kind of this concept of experiential wear. So if I can completely capture through wearables what you are at this moment, can I transfer that? So the example is, you take Peyton Manning playing last year in the Super Bowl, right? You hook up some sensor on this reconstructed shoulder nerve, and then all of a sudden he gets nailed in the backfield, right? Can you feel that? Can you feel a heart rate go up? Like think about something really simple, someone on a roller coaster, and they lose their breath and their heart rate goes up, and you record that. Can you transfer that to someone? Can you have that feeling watching TV? So almost think VR, almost this is kind of my EE side of things, blending with the biomedical concept. But all of this is defining who I am via wearables. And if you can really define that in one sense, you can move it around on a thumb drive, theoretically. That was funny. The same response I get from most people. And really what it is, and I won't get too much into it, is kind of this prediction certainty. So we talked a little bit about data sets, and kind of it's what did I eat today? So that's data I could input. And that's the largest portion for me of the data being input is what I ate today. And then that'll sort of change. How will my blood sugar change? Maybe a bit contentious whether or not we can monitor that. How much weight will I gain? Probably 15 pounds in 16 days is doable. I could go in that direction. Will I get diabetes? Will I suffer complications? When will I die? Our prediction capabilities go down. But as we build this data under this set, maybe those predictive capabilities go up. And really what I'm looking at is kind of how do wearables do these things? And how do we build them? And it's kind of this loop. It's kind of this processing engineering loop. So we sense, process, transmit, analyze, store, and then respond to the data. That response could come in a myriad of things. In healthcare, that could be you see someone's heart rate go up and you receive some kind of treatment. You see glucose concentration comes up, you release insulin, right? It's a feedback loop. But if we take it out of that and we start imaging kind of the whole person, you might make broader life-changing decisions. Get this person out of this environment, get this person out of this locale. And what we sort of work on in terms of what wearables do is making them invisible. We ideally want to take an entire laboratory that you would monitor a human's current experience and shrink it down to a tattoo, shrink it down to a patch, and maybe make it semi-invasive, make everything disappear on the person. So you don't know it's there, but we can monitor and record everything that's happening from biochemical to electrophysiological. So heart rate plus that full chemical panel. And I could tell you who you are at that point according to a scientific data set. It's kind of what we do. That's kind of how I think about wearables. And that's what I'm doing here in North Carolina.